Hey everybody. So I'm going to try to do an airlock thing. I think I'm going to need one. Actually, I don't think I'll need event controllers. I think I might be able to do it all with sensors. Anyway, here's where we are so far. I added a couple things, little aquarium, and I like to have an aquarium in all my ships. Couch, bed, just kind of like a one, sort of like a rig trucker kind of a vibe up here. Shower, toilet. I thought kind of a nice touch, getting to look out into space when you're on the toilet. And we come up here, we've got this, we've got to set up our little thing. But I was thinking about these airlocks. Maybe I think it would be easiest to do on one of these side doors. Just having a sensor here or somewhere, and when the sensor's in range, it depressurizes, it closes all the inner doors, depressurizes, and then, like, I don't know, unlocks an inner door or maybe turns on a light out here. You come in, the door that the trigger, the event controller that triggers by a door opening, that timer starts. So that closes the door, which causes it to repressurize. You come through here, come through basically anywhere, leave the zone of the sensor, and you could do whatever's next. But I think that could work. Just using sensors and maybe a light to indicate something. Could be this light. We have to set up the light still. So we've got the hangar, separate event controller for the hangar. I mean, I think we've got plenty here. Might need to. Well, we've got timers over there too, so I think we have plenty to work with. Let's start with the doors. So here's the timer, and that's it. And maybe when they're all closed, we set everything to pressurize. Just all of them. Do I have an outside air vent? Not sure. I'm just going to leave these default. Could change the colors. Wait, where is it? Oh, here. I don't know. Let's see if that looks cool. I don't know, just because. And then I'll have to change some of these. Whatever, it's not that serious right now because we haven't really done much yet. But it's kind of annoying that you have to. Let's leave it GK4. Don't really need to convert it to a ship yet. Okay, let's try and do this. We were going to... Oh, right, all the airlocks. I want to name them real quick. Might want to have an outside one just to take in oxygen when you're on a planet. I think I might have called this med bay, but whatever. I think that is another airlock, yeah. I think we got these doors already. It's a pretty nice looking ship. There's room for some things here if we need to. But not, there's room for two, and then we could stack them. We did consider putting some mind controllers up there. And then maybe check if we can easily find a spot to put an air vent. Maybe right there. That might already be an air vent. No, it's just a conveyor, so... Not sure if that would work. Yeah, that would work. Something like that. Looks cool too. So this is our outer. Or maybe I should say outer. That's the language I usually use with airlock doors. So it's likely to turn up in searches. Excuse me, I'm going to go AFK 1 second. Okay, I am back. I probably should have just paused the recording, but oh well. So we want to set this on depressurize. And that way, whenever we're in atmosphere, and I think even a little bit in space, it will fill up our oxygen tank. Okay, so could even put a sensor just right in there. Can we? I think we can. Alright, let's try this. I'm kind of scared to try this, but not sure if I really need to be. Find a sensor. Maybe there's one right now. And yeah, I guess that could fit there. It's really ugly there. Good on the floor. I guess better there than on the floor. Let's just try it. Oops, oh, I can. Probably because... yeah. Okay, so I could put it just maybe on the wall here, and then adjust it accordingly. So, to the left we want... what would that be? 2.5, 5, 7.5, so like 7 meters, 2.55, 7.5, 10, 7 meters and 12 meters, something like that. Turn on show sensor field range. And I made it a little too far. Or maybe it's upside down, let's see. Yeah, I may have put it upside down. In any case, I need to switch those. That's closer to intended. Yeah. But I'm curious. I thought the up, those arrows mean up. So that is left. Left should have been the shorter one. Oh, weird. Anyway, we'll see if it does the same with top and bottom. I think top and bottom should be really small. Like just one. And then we'll figure out the forward and back. Maybe a little too much. I think that's right. And then we gotta figure out for this, go forward. I guess that's just gonna be back at top or something like that. So that wants to go just 5, 7 meters maybe. Nope. Oh, okay, yeah, I meant maybe 4. Yeah, that's about right. Other direction. It's going to there. We just wanted to come out. A meter. Top. Oh wait. Oh, that's top, not top, but front. So put it out to 6, maybe 7. I guess you're gonna trigger it anytime you go through here. And this is this is an inside door, so we don't actually, I don't think we actually want to trigger it from here. The rest are potentially outside doors. Although this might be kind of a special case. Try to get some part of it to work before we worry about the details. Let's see. Front. Let's bring it back to like 4. So yeah, then it won't be triggered from there. Yeah, I mean this one's not ideal because you might be just walking through. You're not necessarily going to be triggering the airlock, so this might not be the best one to test it on. Let's test it on maybe. Or maybe we just keep it simple. I always have a hard time doing airlock. Now, did we set this already? Apparently not. Oh, it's off, that's why. Let's double check. Yeah, and these were already trying to fill up, so you know what, I think that's fine. I don't really feel like doing it. Let's see what else we got here. Maybe we'll come back to it. Sensor for hanger. Yeah, this sensor for hanger that isn't easy with lighting. We gotta do. We've more or less done the control room in the hangar. Not an ideal spot, but when we're, saving space. Let's see, name stuff. That's really tedious. Instead of event controllers. I more or less did that. The doors and timer. Hangar doors event. Okay, we'll do that. If you did a really complicated thing, you could have it. You could make it work, but it just seems like a lot of work to sort it out. Maybe I'll think about it. Anyway, let's do some lighting. That seems like it would be a good use of time. It's pretty high. Maybe just up there. Up above. It definitely fits there. Also don't mind that. Or that. You gotta pick something. How about... let's how about that? That's good. Coming through here. There isn't really anywhere to put lighting. So we should put something pretty much as soon as we can in the med bay. I guess that means it could go right there. Maybe. Or there. Simple. Come through into the hangar. Place a sensor like here. That's not a sensor. There's a sensor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the right way for it to go. And that's going to sense this connector, or sense chips when they're disconnected, when they become a separate grid. it'll sense those and open the doors. So we'll have to figure this out. And we wanted to reach out to... I did this pretty recently. I could probably just go look at those numbers. Oops. Let's see, so left and right. Let's go out to 15. That's probably way too much. Let's go out to 10. Actually, no, we do want it to go out pretty far. Maybe even 20 on both sides. Doesn't need to be too high or too low. Well, actually, the bottom and top, so that... Yeah, so that's going out about to the end of the hangar. We're actually in a pretty great position for high and low. Maybe go out a little bit, I don't know. I think we're good for there. We're good for the front, and we need to just lower the back a little. Okay. So high and low increase by like maybe a meter. I don't know if it even matters. Back. Probably want at 2.5 at most. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, I mean, that goes out to the... And I guess that's fine. It's just the size of the hangar. I think that works just great. So, small ships only. Just access it from here. Not players. Small ships, yes. Proximity alert, sure. Large ships, no. Nothing else, nah. Owner, friendly. Neutral enemy, no. It opens to friendlies only. What does it do? We set up the actions. Ideally what it should do is trigger a vent in there to depressurize. Do we have such a vent? I think we already tried this. Could like open up these airlock doors and depressurize. Then open these. Let's try it. So we'll need a timer for that, I think. Use one of those. And 3 seconds is all we're giving the door, so we'll just set it for there. This is going to be the timer for hangar depressurize. So what does hangar depressurize do? It's going to find one of these many doors. Front hangar airlock outer, that's one of them. Open it. Left, right, this one. going to open those. We want to main airlock, depressurize. Hangar airlock, depressurize. No, actually, I think we want this to... I'm doing this wrong. What this is going to do, this timer, is it's going to open the hangar doors. And that's going to be after like 5 seconds, maybe even 6. And then we go to the sensor. And what we're going to do here is open those doors. This one. Open it. This one. Open it. Right? Yeah. Rear. Hangar. No, not rear airlock. Rear hangar airlock. Open it. Then we're going to take main and rear hangar. Main airlock, depressurize. Rear hangar airlock. Depressurize. Then look for that timer. And we can add lights and things like that too. Hangar depressurize. Then we start this. And what that's going to do is hopefully once these have depressurized, that will open these doors. They're going to stay depressurized until the hangar doors close. Which happens once we're landed and it's no longer detected. Could even lock these doors to prevent access. Use a light or something. I think we can do that with just a couple of event controllers. So let's try to do that. Alright. Not sure what those are. Might be up here. Might be those. Yeah. Oh no, that's those. We'll figure it out. So we're looking at the sensor. When it's no longer detected, yeah, when it's no longer detected, we close the hangar doors. And again, we can add lights later. Warning lights or whatever. Maybe some locking doors. But let's get the basics of it going. So that closes this. So this is what we need a second event controller for when these hangar doors close. Then we need to switch is back to pressurize. So, grab one of these. Let's call it hangar doors. I think we can only do it this way. There we go. And we want this to be an end gate because they're all together. Should always be opening and closing together. If not, we have really done something wrong. So let's see. When those doors finish closing, so slot 2, then we want to take our main airlock, make it pressurize again. Our rear hangar airlock, same thing, depressurize off. And then we can open up those doors again, and that should allow pressurization to at least start coming through in the time that we have it set. We can always make it a little bit longer for the automatic closing. I'm just trying to make a functioning airlock without using, 7 event controllers. Or without doing something on individual doors. It's just, I know it's cool, but it feels boring. So, air vent, open those doors. And then they'll automatically close. There we go. That should be a pretty good way to do an airlock. Test it, we'll bring in a ship. Okay. Do I have a small ship anywhere? I might have parked one up there. Nope. Okay. And maybe it's time to really get rid of this old one. I've pretty much stopped. Yeah, that's the one with the early design. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Life is impermanence. And back to our current project. I think I'm pretty much liking the way it's looking. Something about this feels a little off, like this one right here. Do we need all this? It's pretty exposed, so yeah, I probably want to cover that up. And we can't hear. Oh, that's why, yeah. Alright, leave it alone. Let's grab some kind of little ship. I'll try and park Gus in there. Let's see. Oh, I tried this before. Gus is atmospheric. I should make an ion version of Gus. That would be a good project. Alright, sorry guys. Let's find another one. Well, here. I'll use this one. Okay. Yeah, I'll use the orbiter one. That's from Lunar. I copied Lunar quite a bit when I was trying to learn how to build smaller ships. I'm still trying, but Lunar makes really great designs. So, let's approach and see what happens. So it should depressurize. After 5 seconds it should open. Doesn't look like we're losing oxygen. Oops, I'm in the field. This is a fairly large ship to be... Oh, that's all the room we have. Okay, well that works. It's a tight squeeze, but... Now are we... Yeah, there we go. Oh, we don't even have... I'll use P. Oops, yeah, sorry about that. I might have to... There we go. Oh, I wanted to remember the... Oh, okay, something's... Yeah, it is H. That's a really nice one. Being able to switch off your... signals. Okay, how do we do this? I think I might have to just wait a minute. Because now they're going to open up again. And I want to set that landing gear not auto lock. And let's just drop down again. Oops, a little bit of a crash landing. Hit P, and they close. We hop out, it's cold. Those doors should open as soon as it closes. Flooding the room with sweet, sweet air. Hey, it worked. Alright, cool. And then there's that way there's no disruption in the air pressure if you bring a ship in. It opens these doors, sucks the air out of the hangar, then opens these. Okay, that gives me some hope for maybe being able to do this on one of the airlocks. Maybe we can try it on this one back here. Just because it's a simple one. Like, let's see. Because it'd have to be here. Or could put it outside. In a server world, that would make it hackable, I guess. So probably more ideal to put it inside. I think you could even just try to find a place where it doesn't look weird. Like, I don't really want to have it in the bookshelf. Can it go there? I don't think it likes to live there. So, yeah, I guess that leaves either up here somewhere, or let's just put it here. Just as a test, see if it works. And let's left and right. This is going to be for people. So we want it quite a bit skinnier. And a little bit less on the front. Okay, I think I have an idea what to do. These try 3.5. Bottom, maybe try 3.5 again. Top can be just minimum. Back can also be minimum. Front, I guess let's just keep trying 3.5. Let's see where we ended up. Okay, that's better. Clearly doesn't need to be quite that wide. Alright, try to just go in that block. Oops. Is that what we want? Even less than that. I think 1.25 would be the magic answer. Okay. It's actually not bad. Yeah, I'll just make it a little lower. What would that? That's 2.5 plus 1.25. Where are you? There we go. So, enter this field, start things happening. We want it to be people only. Players. Nothing else. Owner and friendly only. And then back into it. Set of actions. Upon detection. Vent. Airlock. Depressurize. And then do a timer. And this timer is for the rear airlock. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. It only needs to be 3, doesn't it? I don't know. I think that's about how long it takes to depressurize. I'm not totally sure. And what this timer is going to do, it's going to open that door. Once you're inside, and the sensor stops detecting you, then we can try to pressurize again. I think that's all we need to do. because it opens, depressurizes, 3, open. Okay, so that didn't work. We get in here, closes. We are back to depressurizing. It's possible that, let's see. Probably need to put a lock on it. It's possible that it's just not doing what we want it to because of creative mode. Let's see. So what if we depressurize on and open this? Yeah, okay, so it's just going to be doing that. Okay, I just messed it up, though. So it should be pressurizing again. But what I want to do is lock that and then open it when it's depressurized. Do I even need a timer block for that? Let's see. Depressurize on. Start that rear airlock. Okay, so I think this one, you can set up actions for this, so when basically when pressurized, we want to lock the door. On depressurizing, we unlock it. So, loss of pressure. Oops. Loss of pressure. Lock it. Unlock it. When pressurized, lock it. We will have to take that sensor though and give it some back extent. Something like that, I think. Then we get, we get inside. Hold on. Oh, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So, wait, once it's depressurized, yeah, it just made me never getting depressurized. I think I'm close to figuring this out, but it's somehow, so. When it's depressurized, turn it on and open it. And then the sensor, all it needs to do is depressurize, right? Timer rear airlock. I don't think we even need it. And then depressurize off. Oops. Aye. Everyone. Yeah. There we go. And we can get rid of that. It's redundant. And then we don't need that timer, actually, I don't think. If my brain is working right. So, locking to the sensor depressurizes. Once depressurized, that door unlocks and opens. It's pressurized again, the door locks. So, should depressurize, unlock, and open. And I think it's just not working because of creative mode. But this does indicate a problem. I mean, it has to open at some point. What if it doesn't actually depressurize? You gotta at least unlock it. Well, in any case, let's do it without the locking. So, yeah, I will not use this. We're not gonna turn them on or off. We are going to just open the door. That should simplify things. Yeah, except okay. So if it's not, if we're in creative mode, it's not going to open automatically, but in survival, when it's not just 100% full, it will suck up all that air. Oops. Once we walk in, it's going to try not. Yeah, goes back and redoes that. So we could do that with locking doors, but as you can see, well, I'll try it, and we might do something with this too. You know, maybe this. Can open. I mean, the trouble with opening is that just, oh, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. So, I think we want to put that on the vent. And I think the conditional actions on the vent is a really solid choice. So, that's for locking and unlocking if we decide to use it. Actually, we do it for both, so airlock outer, unlock, and lock the inner doors. And then for 4, we will put inner. When we're pressurized, open this one. And then if we wanted to add the locking, we can later. But, oops, let's try that. Come down here. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. We had a chance to use it. Okay, Try that again. If we enter here. Shouldn't you be opening? Okay, it's one more time. Okay, that opened. Okay, that's good. Okay, hold on. So it just keeps on. Weird. Okay. So I enter here, it should depressurize and then open this outer door. Would depressurize, I think. Get out of the zone. Closes. And I think everything goes back to normal. That one opened. Which I don't think I mind. Walk up here. Depressurizes. Should open by itself. We walk in. We get out of the sensor. It closes. It repressurizes. This one opens. That's good enough. So we can actually do that with just a sensor and an air vent. Meaning that we could potentially do it on every airlock. It's not that hard to set up. All you need really is room for the sensor. So that's pretty good news. And it should save. So I'm going to keep that on there. Let's continue with the lighting, and then we'll finish up this episode, or whatever. Lighting. How are we good in here? I just have them up. There's one. So yeah, I probably just want to add another one. And I can't because the ship's in the way. Alright, let's get this ship out of here. Turn the power on. Turn on our thrusters. And hit P to park. That should start depressurizing. Opens those doors. Saves at least some of the air for us. Try and get out of here. Get out of the sensor field. Closes back up. Great. So yeah, I think we can do that pretty easily with... I'll remember to turn that on. I think we can do that pretty easily with these ones as well. Just where did I have that sensor? I think over here. I'll set that up, but not right now. I'm getting tired. So, lighting. Seems like an obvious choice. Could be a... yeah, that could be... Oh no, I don't really want to... Let's get that the right color. Oops, I think it's supposed to be gray. Yeah. There we go. And, okay, lighting. So yeah, this is going to be probably that. Maybe put one on each side. I'm never sure which direction to put lighting. Since it's a horizontal hallway, shouldn't they be facing horizontally? Turn my symmetry back on. Oops. Oh man. There we go. So it's either that or, I mean, no, just leave it. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, maybe not in front of the fish tank. In front of the gyros, maybe. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So I think that's probably about it. Not sure if there's room to put one anywhere else. I guess we could put one there. Or maybe. Turn them a different color when the captain's chair is occupied. I think that's probably good enough. Any other lighting we want? Anything outside? Yeah, it'd be pretty easy to... You can just come in here. You just put the sensors as, you know, as close as you could. Oh, right. I'm going to go turn off the power. And go get that Gatling gun again. Oops. I like that you can just go through even if you go the wrong way. Oops, oh, is this turned off? What happened? Oh, duh. Power. I did this last time. I can't escape the ship if it's... So what I need to do is... turn that colors controller off. Oh. Gravity. There we go. Get out here. Let's put our little Gatling gun back up here. I deleted it because it was moving, and that just bugs me. I think we're going to use this one. I'll put that in there, and let's just turn off idle movement. We'll set all the other stuff later. Yeah, that looks better. Option to put one here, but again, don't really want to be staring that down. We could just do railings or catwalks all the way along. Could still try and do an atrium. I don't know. Just seems like a waste. catwalk does feel a little lonely, though. Probably go along like that. Or maybe just that. Maybe there. Switch to a corner. I think that's where I want to be. No snow. I don't know. Stop using them as soon as possible, I guess. Maybe that. Oops. Actually didn't need to make that a corner. There we go. That. Just not. There. Something like that. I think that's pretty nice. Maybe one more railing. Alright, we've turned off idle movement. Let's get back in here. Get our ship back on. There we go. And just want to check the engines. Safely turn these off. Same with the antenna. Turn that. Let's check the ship name. Sure, that's fine. So we'll turn off the antenna. Best to have that off for blueprinting. I'm pretty sure I put a projector in here. Excellent. Buried in the wall somewhere. And I think we're just about ready to fly this thing. And to set up these lights. Yeah, let's set up the lights. Be the last thing. Not sure if this matters, but it's not that hard to do. And it's pretty satisfying. Oops, not the corridor light. This might be kind of tricky to do these ones. I can't get it. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Let's just do all those lights. these ones. Oops, okay. I can't tell if I'm selecting it or not. Let's just make them a little prettier. Radius a little bigger. Intensity a lot less. And it's probably fine. Probably doesn't even need to be. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Probably want another light there. Oh, great. I must have deleted that one. Go. That's much nicer. Good lighting. Lighting up there is nice. Lighting up there is really nice. Can we put one right on there? I don't think so. Oh, we can. Just put one on the refinery. It's not bad. C for center. Now I did something, maybe. Not sure what I did there. I haven't really. Uh-oh. I might have done something to disable. Uh-oh. Try. Try exiting. Get back in it. Have a sip of tea. Okay, we're back. Let's try this again. Yeah, I did something to... Oh, here it is. Okay. Try this again. Not sure what I did. Let's call it C for center. Just set this up again. Something back here. It's decent lighting. Might try to do something with this. Could put ladders back here. Not sure if it's really necessary. Considered also doing corridors, at least just to get around this corner. I don't hate that idea. Let's try it. I think here's our corridors. Yeah, so we want a T. Find where the bottom is. There we go. A T. And then maybe another T. Can we do T in both directions? I think we can. the other option would be an X, so you can see that wall. I don't mind it. Yeah, let's push N for symmetry. That might be enough. Come in here. It's not quite as sort of, yeah, that thing would sort of hit you. Could, no, I don't think that works. You could do like a passage frame. It would be nice if there were a few more sort of endy bits. And I don't think that's necessary. But this is great. It sort of makes it a little. Could have this be an inset light, which is not a bad idea. Not sure. Vertical or horizontal? Hot dog or hamburger? Oh, are these even airtight? That's another question. I don't think it matters because everything behind it is. So I think probably that way. And then we'll put these back. And then make those a little bit less. Keep the radius where it is. Maybe do the same over here. I know there's an easier way to do this. There we go. Turn off my light. What's this one? Oh yeah, we gotta fix this too. Do that for all the airlock lights. In fact, I should just do that for all the airlock lights. We might have not. Yeah, I don't think we've really named enough of them yet. We'll try to run through and name the lights. We've got those for sure. Look at these. Hanger ones. Okay. I don't think there's more. Oh yeah, there's a couple Just so we know what's what. Oh wait. It's next to the... Oh, okay, because there's no room for it there. It's a shower. So maybe we can put one right here. We didn't really want to do that here because of the fish tank. I don't know. How much does it matter? Yeah, it's nice. And then these are the actual, these are going to be the cockpit lights. Wait a minute. Let's name that one wrong. There we go. No, wrong one. I can't name that. Okay. I think we're getting closer to being able to. Let's just run through everything. Okay, let's get all these. Keep those ones. Pad lights like that. Not sure what that one is. Let's do that. We can find out pretty easily. Oh. Oh, it's the one up there. Is that the one in the airlock? It must be. Wait, where is it? Oh. It's under there. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. Yeah, there we go. I guess we'll have to leave it like that. Oh. I see. Okay, so, well, clearly we can't have a light there. But what can we do? How did I deal with this problem before? This must not have happened until recently. It's right there. Did I have something built there? Could just do plate. Instead of all this catwalk. Just cover up all this stuff with plate. Do a typical pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically want it over that, so like this. maybe this one too. And then grab that, and that. And we should be pretty airtight. Could maybe consider those other catwalks. Steel catwalk. It's kind of nice as a kind of nicer, I think. Could maybe even go all the way through with those. I originally had these darker. Yeah, and then this, something. Not sure if I love it. Could maybe even do catwalk instead of steel plate here. Let's try it. I think that's the one without any. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that that part's not going to be. I'm not sure if that's airtight. Try one more. Still down one color. It's a little too flaggy with so many colors. Too much like a flag. I'm gonna try to respect the design of it. Let's see. Oops. Not bad. Might actually just keep this gray if we're doing that. You know, I need to. It's fine for now. I like this pattern. Let's see if it's airtight. Oh. Close that. Put a block there. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So. Either we live with this much light, I guess we could put one up there, and then just maybe this could be an interior block, or interior wall. I hope I didn't just, I think I got rid of the thing I wanted to. Okay, turn off. So we could do something simple like that. Good choice. Maybe go to gray. Just add a little bit more light to the room, and then something up here. Oops. Oh no. Oh no, okay. I was afraid that I'm gonna... So that one will not. But this one will. So I think that's fine. Let's just use this for here. It's okay that it's not the same. This one is special. There we go. That's nice. Okay, I can turn on the... Turn that on again. That might be something that I'd be willing to turn on and off. You know, with like a button. Having some kind of button panel somewhere. I think we're good here. I think we're pretty much done with this ship. I think it's just looking great. Did I do these yet? No. Okay, let's keep going with the lights. We got the corridors, we got those. Inset light, airlock, airlock, airlock. Okay. Oh, for the airlocks, make them orange. What else? Those are orange. That one's not. Thought I got all the airlock. There we go. Alright, I think it's good time to call it. It's looking really good. If I do say so myself. Add some, a little bit more automation. Alright. A little more automation, try to make a few things, a few more things make sense. Like up here. That might be helpful. Or maybe pipe works. Makes sense with a shower. Okay. switch depending if you're in the cockpit or not. I think we're good with those. And those. Spotlights, let's get those. Leave the rest of that alone. There we go. What about you? Yeah, we could probably put the radius back to default. It's looking nice. It's supposed to be sort of a black light. It's close. Oh, that shit looks nice. Just one last thing, please. I just like to make these 8-bit colors with a black screen. Sort of like default, this kind of stuff. Colors. There we go. It's looking good. Lots of one over there too. Hydrogen. Speed or something over there. I don't really look at these anyway when I'm using it. Velocity, that's fine. Switch those. Still got room to do some things here, maybe put something on that. But I think we're more or less there. This has been a really fun project. Kitchen. Do we have a kitchen yet? Oh, we have that kitchen. That weapon rack. Next to the kitchen. That's one thing to consider would be to put in a couple of AI blocks, like a flight and a defense. Definitely something I would want in my world, because I'm not the greatest fighter, so I'll take all the help I can get. Just pop them up in there, or I guess navigation is where these would live if we had the space. This is navigation, so we could just plop them right in there. So that's an option. Let's see. Makes it really not pleasant to get through there. And pretty much the same. So yeah, let's skip that. Maybe a shower. We have a shower in the med bay, but can't really have too many showers, right? Like that. It's not bad. More privacy that way. This makes the most sense. Who's gonna look into you? I'm gonna just call that good. Makes it kind of nice looking. Again, could replace this with a cargo container just to have an easy access somewhere. Let's see, what if I needed to get something out of a cargo container? Could put one here instead of the charger. Keep that charger, but it has to be a cargo thingy. But yeah, I don't know. Leave that alone. So the nearest would be here, which is not bad. You can access something in the hangar. I don't think we need anything here. I kind of like the the look of this. Yeah, it's just built for one. Not sure about these. Might try something like having the lights change a little bit subtly till they reach here, but not that much. I'll mess around with it off screen. You can also adjust the fish tank. Not loving this one. Yeah, both of these should be dimmer. Maybe a different color. You know, let's do this. Yeah, I think that's already probably a little better. Probably that back one as well. Maybe not. I think it's okay. kind of want another one in there. Yeah, actually, I don't like it better. Like those ones. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright. Got the lights. Let's go check that off on our checklist. It's a pretty cool ship, I like it. Sensor for hangar, we did that. We accomplished our lighting. Sensors for outer doors. I think we can make that happen. We did it on the back already. And then the one that's connected to the hangar is separate. Name's definitely working on it. Controller's working on it. Hangar doors, we did it. Connected, we haven't done that yet. Hydrogen full, we haven't done that. Let's erase some of these to make room. Okay, and we'll leave it right there. Alright. See you next time.